accept to serve on the bench. This suggestion is especially in favor of magistrates, members and chairmen of customary court and area court judges. The lower bench should also reciprocate any kind gesture by sitting early as well as rendering justice free from favor or ill will. My Lord, we reiterate our support for measures that will ensure the timely disposal of cases, especially criminal cases. Many cases are unduly delayed as a result of the action of prosecutors, defense counsel, or even the trial court. This explains our support for the use of plea bargaining to the administration of criminal justice, as it is now a global trend. Our support is, however, hinged on the imperative of developing binding rules to guide judges and other parties in the use of plea bargaining in the administration of criminal justice. Plea bargaining and bail administration are also areas that require review to ensure fairness and expeditious resolution of financial crimes, corruption, and other criminal cases. We have the view that in bail matters, any administrative bail granted an accused person by EFCC, police, or ICPC, or any other agency empowered to grant bail should be upheld in court to fast-track justice delivery, whereas provided by Section 340 sub 1 of the CPC, if the offence does not carry a punishment of more than 3 years. It is hoped that the efforts by the Honorable Attorney General of the Federation to present a bill on criminal justice reform will further address this issue. Where an accused person jumps bail. That is the essence of bonding. Thus, bonds should be such that a bank, financial institution, or insurance company should be involved, so that if an accused person jumps bail, the bond posted by such bank, financial institution, insurance company will then be forfeited to the state. In this way, the incongruous situation where sureties have to deposit title documents in court in order to secure bail for an accused person will be a thing of the past. Indeed, there are non-professional sureties who offer their services to accused persons for a handsome fee. It is even believed that a syndicate exists which close title documents to be used for purposes of securing bail for accused persons. A proper bonding process will put an end to this. So also with the unlawful action of charging an accused person a surety to court to show cause when an accused person has jumped bail. My Lord, the current bail form should also be reformed, as it is sometimes used by some prosecutors to exercise undue powers of delaying bail to an accused person who has fulfilled bail conditions. It is a respectful view that when an accused person has been granted bail by the court, the prosecution has no role to play in the matter. The court officials should be able to verify anything that needs to be verified. This situation needs to be looked into, as some prosecutors are duly reliant on the form to arrogate to themselves powers which they do not have in law. My lords, the enforcement of judgments in our court also deserves attention. There is now a need to decentralize the enforcement of judgments. The present centralized enforcement at the High Court and Magistrate Court is working hardship as regards small claims and judgments from the court that are not in the city center. The role of the Nigerian police in the enforcement of judgments is seriously crying for review. We therefore reiterate our request that the enforcement of judgments should be centralized. The complaints about the difficulty the present mode imposes on lawyers and litigants has seen complaints made by both magistrates and lawyers outside the city center concerning the great expense and difficulty of having all matters related to execution of judgments handled from the High Court in town. But we now have a sad situation where the police refuse to assign policemen to assist in the enforcement of judgment simply because a judgment was enforced against them. Even when the police are not agreed about a judgment being enforced against them, application for policemen to assist in the enforcement of judgment will not receive timely attention. This has the attendant effect of frustrating timely execution of judgments as well as putting judgment creditors to so much expense in securing the enforcement of judgment. Lord, let me also add that in some cases it enables the judgment debtors to quickly file processes which certify the execution of such judgments. The courts may therefore consider making use of men of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps for the enforcement of judgment, since they now bear arms and can perform the same duty as the police in this regard. The possibility of having a detachment of Civil Defense Corps permanently posted to the enforcement unit of the court should be seriously considered. But while we await the commencement of the online system of filing court processes, We request that council wishing to commence actions in the High Court should be able to additionally do so in either Buhari or Babalada. This is without prejudice to such matters still being assigned from the court headquarters in Brentano. Along the issue of monetary jurisdiction of the customary court, district courts remains to be solved. The present situation where pressure is put on our High Court judges as a result of their being burdened by recovery of premises matters, which should be handled by the district court, needs to be addressed. We are ready to work with the judiciary to ensure that Section 17 of the District Courts Act, which requires the Chief Judge of the FCT to seek approval of the President in order to increase the jurisdiction of this court, is addressed. We have earlier stated our position that provision violates the separation of powers, that the Chief Judge does not need the approval of the President to increase the jurisdiction of district courts. So in this regard, we think that section negates or takes away from the powers of the Chief Judge of the FCT. It is our fervent hope that the Legislative Advocacy Committee of the NBA will help in achieving this much needed amendment. My Lords, the bar and bench have been very helpful. The bar and bench forum has been very helpful as it provides a forum for the bar and bench to discuss issues affecting the administration of justice in the FCT. We pray that we'll have many more of it in this legal year. For my colleagues at the bar, I will leave you with the wise counsel of Honorable Justice Ola Hassan OFR, the Chief Justice of the FCT, who, while inaugurating the Babalada and Buhari branches, had this to say. As we applaud our phenomenal increase and expansion, I will, however, as usual, urge the bar not to forget the inevitable consequences of conquering new frontiers as we are witnessing today. In that wise, the bar must not lose sight of the fact that the greater the number, the higher your chances of producing reckless reprobates and those with the inherent ability to tarnish the image of this profession. As the practice of law expands rapidly in the FCT, demands for lawyers will correspondingly increase, and either by mischief or an inability to cope with the dictates of work, more complaints of misconduct and incompetence are bound to be received, centering on erring lawyers. The time to stem the tide is now. I therefore advise the bar, not just the new branches, but the existing unity bar as well, to do more to discipline erring members, so that people will know that while we may not be perfect, incompetence, corruption, and ineptitude have never been and can never be a policy of the bar. Let us maintain our integrity in the eyes of the public. The complaints have indeed increased, and we must dedicate ourselves to the rules of professional conduct so that the public will not think or believe that incompetence, corruption, and ineptitude are a policy of the bar. I especially thank the members of the bar, especially the past chairman of the branch and our senior advocates for making the branches in Abuja the signage of all eyes. May God bless us all. I wish all of us a very prosperous and much better 2012-13 legal year. Thank you so very much for listening.
Before the next item on the agenda here, I wish to recognize the presence of Royal Highnesses here. The Emir of the P, the Chief of Turkey, Alhaji Dr. Osman Ngakopi, the Senator Abubakar Sodengi Malik Nasarawa, representing the Emir of Nasarawa, Architect Adamu of Abuja, representing the Emir of Zazzau, Suleja. In our midst is also Alhaji Bala Shagali, Selfie Mafaran Shagali, who is also a member of JSC FCT. Our next item on the agenda here is the commissioning of the cost electronic system, filing system. With that, I invite Ministers YWC Technologies Limited to take us through the filing system.
Lawan Hassan Gumi OFR.
Forget the protocol.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, my name is Osahon Iwenamen of YWC Technologies Limited, Abuja, the engine room of the e-filing system project. I have with me to make this presentation some members of the YWC team, ably headed by Mr. Kabir Akambi. I also have with me Mrs. Ramatu Ahmed, Mr. Teslim Akoshile, for the court, which has been on since the first quarter of the year, is being commissioned today, and the real-time online filing of cases commencing soonest. We congratulate the court on this novel feat achieved, the court being the first pilot court to adopt the eFiling system in the Nigerian judiciary and some parts of Africa, in line with the Nigerian Judiciary Information and Policy document aimed at executing a comprehensive and pragmatic IT policy to fast-track trials and ensure speedy justice delivery in our nation. A quick look at the eFiling system would help us have an idea of the functionality of the eFiling portal. The eFiling, simply put, is the filing and transmission of legal documents between parties electronically. The High Court of the FCT, Abuja, eFiling system software is the first of its kind in the Nigerian judicial system. The software coding, programming, and configuration was designed and built indigenously by Nigerian ICT firm YWC Technologies Limited to appropriately fit the Nigerian filing system. I'll quickly take you through the advantages of the e-filing system portal. The e-filing system for the FCT High Court is highly efficient. In other words, it is fast and is accurate and tends to reduce the queues we have in the open registries. It is convenient and cost-effective for law officers and other counsel who intends to file court processes from anywhere in the world at any time. It reduces the cost of having to travel down to the open registries to file court processes. It is also highly flexible because it accepts standard document formats and the use of special hardware or software is not required. The e-filing system is also user-friendly because it is a portal that is easy to use with little or no guidance. We are not unaware of the security and the sensitivity of legal documents as regards to the courts and the judicial systems. We are glad to announce to you that all data and documents to be hosted on the e-filing platform are encrypted and can therefore not be altered. The e-filing also provides a content management system for the courts. It enables the chief judge and the judges to monitor and manage all cases and have their judgments in a central repository. It also reduces paperwork to a very bearable minimum. We are not unaware of the human elements owing to the fact that this is a novel solution. Being a web-based platform, there is the attendant fear of poor internet connectivity to run the platform. We are glad to announce that the court has made all plans and efforts to provide a very reliable and efficient internet connectivity to run this system. We are also aware that most lawyers may be apprehensive as to the ability to make use of this system. We also are glad to let you know that there will be programs put in place to educate and train members of the bar on the use of the e-filing portal. The e-filing system has been adopted in other jurisdictions outside Nigeria. We have in other jurisdictions the e-filing system adopted in some states in America, United Kingdom, some parts of Asia inclusive of India, Singapore, Malaysia, and in some parts of Africa we have countries like South Africa and Rwanda. The e-filing for these jurisdictions was achieved through the collective efforts of all stakeholders. We hope that the stakeholders in the Nigerian judiciary, the bar, the bench, and all administrative officials of the court would emulate the drive and passion of the Honorable Chief Judge of the FCT High Court in ensuring that this system works in Nigeria. The e-filing system is web-based, is highly automated, and is a prototype of the traditional filing system as operates in the courts today. It is meant to complement the traditional system of filing because the traditional system of filing will run concurrently with the e-filing system module. The e-filing portal has 4 major modules. We have on the portal the counsel or litigants portal, the process unit portal, the chief judge portal, and the honorable judges portal. The counsel or litigants portal is a portal where filing of all court processes can be carried out by all parties to a suit. Counsel can, upon successful registration of the portal, log in with a username and password provided upon registration and file a case. He can simply enter his case details, proceed to attach soft copies of all processes he intends to file, to wit, statement of claim, writ of summons, witness statements on oath, certificates of pre-action counseling, and all other documents that are necessary to be filed. Upon attachment, he can proceed to pay for the processes instantly online through the use of debit cards, also known as ATM cards. Upon successful payment, he proceeds to submit his processes for filing. All these can be achieved in few seconds with the click of the buttons from any location counsel is filing from. And that takes us to the process unit portal. Upon successful filing, the process unit portal is the portal where all court processes filed by parties are received and assessed. The court processes are also stamped electronically and approved. And where cases are approved by the process unit, they are forwarded instantly to the chief judge portal for assignment. The process unit officers are in charge of assessment and have exclusive access to their respective portals. And this takes us to the chief judge portal. The chief judge portal enables the honorable chief judge receive and view all cases that have been filed into the electronic court registry. It enables the honorable chief judge to electronically assign all 5 cases to the various courts for adjudication. The chief judge can also monitor the status of every matter filed in the court, and he has exclusive access to this portal. Upon successful receipt of all cases filed, the chief judge can now proceed to take these processes to the judge's portal. The judge's portal is the portal where all judges of the court can receive cases assigned to their respective courts by the CJ. The judges who have the exclusive access to their respective portals can easily view cases assigned to their courts and also update the status of the cases before them. Upon receipt of the cases forwarded to their courts, the judge can go ahead to fix a date for hearing on each case forwarded to his desk. He can also slate a case for hearing, as the case may be, and parties can also go ahead to view an all-ICOS list through the use of an online monitoring and tracking system. The judge can also update the status of a case during the pendency of the matter. Before I call on Mr. Adebayo Hassan, who will take you through the practical filing procedure on the e-filing portal, permit me to single out the Honorable Chief Registrar of the FCT High Court, Mrs. Oluwatosin Musa Yahaya. Her unwavering support and encouragement made this e-filing project a success. We also like to appreciate the entire members and staff of the ICT department of the FCT High Court, particularly the head of the ICT, Hajia Habiba Balarabi, for her commitment and dedication to this project. Most importantly, let us give honor to whom honor is due. A man of purpose and vision, a great man of a great mind, foresighted and creative, a dynamic and courageous judicial officer, a trailblazer committed to adopting high-tech models aimed at fast-tracking trials and ensuring a speedy justice delivery system in the Nigerian judiciary, amongst other things. My lords, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, he is no other than my Lord, Honorable Justice Lawal Hassan Gomi, OFR, the Honorable Chief Judge of the LCT High Court. Thank you.
Ola.
Adebayo Ola Hassan, the Director of ICT for YWC Technologies Limited. I'll be taking us briefly through the practical section of the eFiling portal. As we have on our screen is the exact eFiling portal developed for the FCT High Court with a designated URL efiling.fcticourt.gov.ng attached to the parent domain of the fcticourt.gov.ng. On our screen, we have the first tab, which gives the summary of the total number of cases, total number of users, and the total number of pending cases in the court portal. The second tab is the case management. This is telling us that the portal is not only limited to summary giving alone, but at the same time, it does case management. That is, you can file your case anywhere, anytime, weekends, public holidays. Then the third on the tab is the case tracking module, telling us that from the comfort of your house, offices, we can track our case without coming to the court physically to know the status of our case. Then the fourth on the tab, we have the online solution. This is telling us this portal gives real-time support to all end users. From our left-hand menu, we have the home, the register, the sign-in, the frequently asked question, which stands in place of the court where the court is not there to answer all problems. Then from the middle, we have a welcome to eFiling, that is with the features telling us that eFiling is efficient, secure, ease of use, and of easy access. And from our right-hand menu side, we have the cost list calendar. We have the case tracking, which can be tracked via the suit case, and the suit number, the party name, or response code. We have the language translator, and we also have the file response module. Now, we'll quickly take us through the registration part of the portal. Before we'll be able to make use of the portal, we need to be registered. That is, we need to have an account with the FCT High Court eFiling portal. Kindly click on register to take us through. Clicking on register takes us to the last name, email address, a valid email address, physical address, country by default Nigeria, state, FCT, valid mobile number, 36337789, gender, male or female, security questions in case of password retrieval. We have the option to receive monthly newsletter from the court. Then we have the username, which has been auto-populated by the email provided. Then we have the password, that is for security. Then you have to agree and read. You have to agree to the terms of the service of the court before we proceed to the next stage. After doing that, we click to continue. Clicking to continue gives us a congratulatory message telling us that you've registered successfully, that an email notification has been sent to the notification has been sent to email and phone number provided upon registration. Then you kindly proceed to your email to activate before you can make use of the portal. It is simple as the and direct. Kindly check your email for confirmation. We have an email on our screen from the FCT eFiling portal. Dear Anson John, a new account has been created for you by the FCT High Court eFiling system. The username, that is the email provided upon registration. The password, which is known to you and the system alone. That is, then it is case sensitive. I.e., if in the course of registration you entered 123456E, that is small letter, otherwise that was lowercase, and at the end of the day you want to log in and make use of capital letter, the system will reject it. That is, it is case sensitive. Then to activate your account, simply click here. So we follow the instructions strictly. Clicking on here takes us to a confirmation page. And St. John, thank you, your email has been confirmed. So this is now telling us that we can go into the portal, make use of the portal effectively. Kindly check our email box to see if actually our account has been confirmed. Second mail. This is another mail. Dear St. John, your account has been activated. You can now make use of the eFiling portal. So kindly log in with the username provided because of registration. Password. login. The system is checking if actually you have an account with them. Now, as you can see on our screen now, we have the dashboard. Welcoming and St. John as a council at the top left side, telling that, okay, this is your portal, this is your dashboard, this belongs to you alone. You cannot do anything with that irrespective of filing. And from the top menu, we have file, we have view, we have settings, and we have under the view, we have file suites and transaction history. That is, every file made on this portal, you get records of all transactions, that is payment. Instead of we going to Aso Savings physically, every record is there. So from the left-hand side menu, we have file suites, order filing, file reply, view claim. So as a first-time user, what you need to do is to file a suit. Filing a suit, we have this interface asking welcoming or that is new case filing, counsel, fill in the following information. We have case types. We have to select any one applicable. Click to continue. Clicking to continue gives us a page where we're going to enter the detailed form of all the matters we want to file, then ranging from the subject matter. Other subjects, if available. Case file by the field has been auto-populated by the computer system. It has saved us the stress of retyping the name, the names of plaintiff. We can enter as many names as available, or to be separated by comma. We have int on the portal to help us through. Name of defendant. It is optional. In the case where there is unknown defendant, you leave it blank. Next. Yeah. Helping the court to checklist all you need to file, ranging from writ or summative to provided, undefended list, motion on ex parte, petition for dissolution of marriage, fundamental human rights, originating someone. If all these conditions are being satisfied, we proceed to the next page. This is the attachment category. We assume that all the documents we want to file are typed and scanned into PDF format. That is the acceptable format by the portal. So let's assume we are attaching motions. We have this stored on our system. Upload. That is, we are uploading our document from the comfort of our office at home to the portal. As you can see, your file upload was successful. So on this page, we have case number. This has eradicated the stress of we writing out case number manually or probably giving the same case number to two different cases. The system has auto-generated this case number. As we have on our screen, case number FCT HC CV, that is the civil matter, E57 2012. That E stands for electronic filing. That is the distinguishing the normal traditional filing and the electronic filing. And you are filing on behalf of a plaintiff. So on the other side, we have document, the category, and affidavit. Can we proceed? We can attach as many documents as possible. So this page takes us to the preview page. That is the page that gives us the summary of all the information we've entered in the course of filing, ranging from the case number to the total amount to be paid for filing. That is, we've attached a document for motion, we are filing for motion, the cost of filing for motion, the transaction charges, the total number, and the transaction ID in case of payment dispute. If all these are intact, we click proceed to payment. At the comfort of our house offices, we pick up our ATM card or the normal Nigerian debit card issued by banks. We select the cards applicable and we fill in our information for the portal to process the payment, and our filing is done. Kindly enter payment details. Is entering the ATM 16 digits, some are 19 digits, depends on the type of card. The expiry date, that's the security, that's the 4 pin, 673, then the CVV, 3 digits at the back of our cards, we pay. The system is communicating with the bank and the switching platform to check if actually you have enough balance on your account. to complete this transaction.